Try going a week without, without Netflix or without YouTube or without social media, without watching TV. Try going a few hours without, entertainment and not religion, not anymore, has indeed become the opiate to the masses. And it's actually not as easy as you thought, and for some people it actually feels impossible. Hey, this is Jasper Laquan with some thoughts for peace, and today I want to talk about why entertainment has become one of the more harmful addictions, and basically how we can know if we are experiencing this kind of addiction. So first off, reason why it is harmful, let me start by explaining a term called self-deception. Self-deception, as I've come to know it, is defined as the problem of not knowing or resisting the possibility that one has a problem. And so self-deception, in whatever of its forms, tends to be more dangerous than any other problem. You can't fix or you can't solve a problem that you don't know exists, or a problem that you are resistant to the possibility of having. Most of us actually spend hours every day either on social media or watching Netflix. I love watching YouTube. I'm a huge fan of Walking Dead, and there's a bunch of other shows. I definitely am guilty of this as well. We spend so much time and so much energy and so much money seeking to be entertained, and when we're not entertained, it's like, I actually worked at therapeutic rehab programs, and from case to case, a lot of the clients, we worked with teenagers and young adults, and a lot of these clients suffer from some kind of substance abuse issue, or mood disorders like depression and anxiety. Perhaps they attempted suicide or something. All these things do definitely deserve our attention, but one thing that seldom was talked about or focused on was how much time our clients were spending just watching TV or playing video games, or just on social media, instead of doing school or exercising, instead of developing skill or talent. I recently stumbled upon a really interesting paradox, and that is take your favorite show, whatever it is. Let myself Parks and Rec, or The Office is really good as well, but you never see episodes where your favorite characters or the characters are watching TV or on social media. So what this tells us is that our value isn't really the seeking the entertainment part, but the content that is entertaining us, the stories of human connection, the adventures that people are going on, the friendships that we watch and that make us laugh. We watch sports all day, but are so reluctant to even pick up a ball and actually develop the sport. This is an interesting paradox because it shows that we do have passions, we do have things that we care about, but one of the things that we don't value is the act of seeking entertainment in and of itself. And so we find ourselves vicariously living through fictional characters, or living through celebrities, or our favorite sports athletes. A lot of us, most of us, are actually robbed of really important time that we could be spending developing arts and talents and going out and having our own adventures. Life is short, and life is beautiful, and I think that there's you can really experience anything for yourself, but a lot of us won't, and a lot of us don't, because we are just so tuned in to whatever's on the screen. Really, awareness and self-awareness is, with any addiction, is the first step to recovery. But everywhere we look, people are trying to get our attention. Billboards, and there's advertisements everywhere. And that's because really our attention is so very valuable. Most people don't know that, and so we carelessly spend our attention in places that don't give us any return. And that's why we use the phrase pay attention. Our attention is of value, and actually, you know, in today's world, attention is of a very high monetary value. Deepak Chopra, he said, you know, whatever you put your attention on will go stronger and stronger in your life. Whatever you take your attention away from will wither, disintegrate, and disappear. So good. There are areas in our lives that deserve our attention, that need our attention, and unfortunately, a lot of those areas are being neglected because we're too tuned in, we're too focused on prioritizing just being entertained, just being distracted. And a lot of us are unconsciously working jobs that we often hate or are unfulfilling so that we can relax and enjoy entertainment, and they go hand in hand. You know, we work hard just so at the end of the day we can kick back in front of the TV, and we're actually working to get money so that we can pay rent and have food, so that we can watch, you know, like just spend time comfortably watching whatever it is that we're watching. And that is a life of unconsciousness. Working jobs that you hate, you know, being plugged in and to then escape into a reality that is not reality. And the only way to really change that, or to begin to make changes, is by making changes in our priorities and what's important to us. So escapism is the tendency to seek distraction and relief from unpleasant realities, especially by seeking entertainment or engaging in fantasy. Escapism is also the reason we seek refuge in prescription drugs, alcohol, just about anything you can think of that a human has ever reported to being addicted to. If you find that for you, seeking entertainment is a refuge from, you know, a harsh life or hard aspects, circumstances of life, then putting that aside, or, you know, maybe fasting from entertainment is going to really bring a lot of these problems or harsh circumstances to the forefront of your mind, which actually is going to allow you to address them, or perhaps make some decisions to help you to change them, rather than repressing or avoiding them and just kind of seeking refuge in digital, you know, fiction reality. You know, that's going to be hard, but ultimately that's going to be good. Like seeing this, then change has already begun to happen in your life. You know, the good thing is that you've already started that process just by becoming aware. How we perceive affects, you know, how we think, and how we think goes into, you know, how we're gonna feel and what we're gonna do. Change for the better usually requires that we do something differently, and you know, I lived in California and I was working 2 jobs, and like I'd get home at night and usually just like watch a movie or you know, just be on social media until I passed out and woke up, and then I worked again, and I got to this point where I was just feeling kind of like empty. I didn't see how big of a role like entertainment seeking was. I didn't see how much energy that was consuming every single day, and I didn't see how that was really stopping me from making the changes in my life that I wanted to, that brought me peace. Instead of seeking entertainment, I started reading more. I would like work out. I started practicing meditation actually, and instead of distracting my thoughts, I learned how to put thoughts aside when they weren't necessary. And just a lot of really wonderful things started happening for me once I could see and like tackle this problem head on, you know. In this channel, I'm actually going to put out a series of videos, and the next one I want to be centered on just that, on tackling addiction. It's a happy and positive message. It's not anything that we need to be ashamed about, especially with entertainment addiction. You know, I don't know anybody, you know, who doesn't in one form or another share this preoccupation. And so yeah, just tune in next week, and you know, if you found this helpful, go ahead and like it, or feel free to subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching.